Hey everybody! The purpose of this video is to get you some solutions to this hybrid revisited quiz where we're messing with the mileages. First thing, we'll use the chalkboard real quick, then we'll use the computer. The first thing up is to figure out, in question number one, how much per gallon gas I assumed based on what the screenshot you see is. I can never remember what we say in class, so I take guesses, and sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. And what's important is we can figure it out. So if you look in the spreadsheet, it says the V6 costs 13 cents a mile to run. I don't like this chalk. Hang on one second. Well, shoot. I don't have much better. I guess I'll use it. Okay, so 13 cents a mile. So remember what that means. It means 13 cents per 1 mile. Okay, now you also have to remember that the mileage I'm assuming for the V6 was 23 miles a gallon, 23 miles per gallon. And in class we had to do some finagling with that, but here we don't. Check this out. We have dollars per mile. What we really want over here is dollars per gallon. So to get the units to agree, dollars are already in the right place. We've got to change miles into gallons. That means whatever we use as a conversion has to have mile up top to cancel that mile, and better have gallon on the bottom. Miles per gallon. Well, that's MPG. That's what we were given. So we know that's 23 miles per 1 gallon of gas, and then we can get a different colored chalk because we're feeling fancy, and we can knock off the miles, and we're left with 13 tenths of a dollar times 23, which I cannot do in my head. 13 tenths times 23, I get $2.99. So this is about $2.99 per gallon. So to the nearest dollar, $3. $3 to the nearest gallon. To the nearest dollar, excuse me. Let's see if the hybrid comes out the same. So the hybrid comes in with a cost of 9 cents a gallon. Per gallon. Per mile. Sorry, I'm looking over here. Per mile. And we do the exact same analysis, except we adjust the figures for the hybrid versus the V6. So it's 9 cents a mile. And the hybrid I assumed was 34 miles a gallon. And then you get the miles to, which is great. And that's going to be, I can almost do that one in my head. If that was a 0.1 I could, but I can't because it's not a 0.1. So that's a 0.09 times 34, and I get 306 per gallon. This is $2.99 a gallon. Both of them round to $3, which must have been the one we used. We must have used $3. Now some of you might be sitting at home going, wait a minute, how can they both be different if you used the same? And you got to remember that these 13 cents and 9 cents that you see visibly in that spreadsheet are not exactly 13 and 9. They ended up being something like 12.787878, I forget the fraction, and the 9 was some other insane decimal too. We rounded it off to the nearest cent just to make things nice, to make them easy. So that's why they're slightly different, but they both round to the same number because literally they're in the same place. You'll see the exact same thing in later statistics classes if you take stat classes when you try to apply the percentages that are given to you in reports to the sample sizes that they use. Like they may have sampled, for example, 5,213 people and said that 10% of them had a certain characteristic. Well, 10% of 5,213 is 521.3 people. That doesn't make any sense. That's because it's not exactly 10%, it's approximately 10%. So that's all you're seeing there. So now that we know it's $3 a gallon, we'll go to the computer and we'll figure out the rest of this.